Good morning. Welcome to the Carla Marie and Anthony Show. My name is Anthony.
I'm Carla Marie.
And we are first, before we get into anything on this show, Carla Marie sent out a newsletter this morning. And apparently, there was a typo. So, do you see what the typo is, Carla Marie? Because I know Audrey in the chat is letting us know. Oh, want to play one of the music games when it should be want to play one of... Wait.
He can't even read.
I can't. It's going fast. Oh, you want to plan one of the music games instead of
Yes.
want to play one of the music games. What a dummy.
No, it's plan.
No, it's not.
We need you to plan.
No. We plan
We're
the
firing
games.
Anthony, and we need you to plan.
What a dummy. She can't
Listen,
even write an email.
I work so hard. It's one word. I mean, I'll just go fuck myself. Good morning,
typos
everybody.
happen. Good morning. So in the chat, before the stream actually started, there were some people talking about joining the Fun Employment crew.
Yes.
Which we have been on for a while. We've been on that crew for now almost 2 years.
I feel like we're not in there anymore.
But, well, no, we still are. We're not employed. I mean, we're self-employed, kind of.
No, we are self-employed. Where else are we getting money from?
But there's not a lot of it.
Yeah, but.
But, and speaking of money, thank you to Lee for subscribing with Prime. Thank you to Lisa for gifting 2 subs. Thank you to... There was something else I saw in the chat earlier.
It's hard with the new chat.
Yeah, the new chat's a little... There's a lot of things going on. And it's a new chat on our end, like what
Not
we can
yours.
view. And then Jen for 2 gifted subs as well. Thank you guys very much. That should launch the hype train here in a second. We might need 1 or 2 more actions. But there have been a lot of articles going around about how unemployment claims are at like a 30-year low.
Mm-hmm.
But because someone always has to rain on the parade, there's always people saying, oh, well, there's 1 million less people in the workforce than there were before 2020.
Well, yeah.
And my brother pointed out, yeah, that's because they died.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy that people
my
keep
dad and I-
forgetting. Like, of course there's a worker shortage. And I'm not trying to be grim as we start this podcast or this Twitch stream. But of course there is going to be a worker shortage when people died.
Yeah, my dad and I were having this conversation of how like everyone's like, oh, nobody wants to work. It's
Yeah.
like, no, there's 1.8 jobs available
Yeah.
for every unemployed person. That means every person can get a job and be able to choose which one they want.
And the example, the comparison I brought up when I was talking to my brothers about this was, imagine after World War II, right? After World War II, if the economy came back, the war was over, and then there were still newspapers going, yeah, but there's like 800,000 lazy idiots out there. It's like, no, they died.
Well, also on top
Stop
of
it.
that, how many people took early retirement?
A lot, yeah.
A lot.
Pilots and
Anyone.
cops, a lot of them were able to take it.
But any industry.
Yeah. But I'm saying I know those were offered very quickly. Like, hey, we don't know when we're going to be able to pay people, so take that retirement now.
Yeah.
Level 2 of the hype train. Thank you very, very much for getting us there. We're almost through hype train level 2, and we got the goods. This ain't apple juice, baby.
It's an apple pie.
It's apple pie because Big Apple has influenced us to have apple pie in the spring.
New York City.
Big Apple. No, not New York
Anthony
City.
calls New York City the Big Apple all
Never.
the time. He's like, I can't wait to go back to the Big Apple.
It's funny because there are hundreds of people, literally, that I know that have moved to New York for work in some capacity. And there's always, I get it, there's always a post, though, that's like, can't wait to take my bite out of the Big Apple.
Yeah, but I wasn't
And they take a picture in Times Square. And it's like, stop it.
I wasn't like, I'm so happy to be in the Emerald City.
No, but I think the 2 cities that really have like nicknames that people use around the country are Chicago and New York.
I don't even know. Windy City.
The Windy City. I think Windy City and Big Apple have to be the most frequently used nicknames for cities. Like, what is Dallas? The Oil City? I don't know. That's probably Houston.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I
That's
would.
Dallas.
I don't think I would mention Windy City if I moved to Chicago.
I mean, I wouldn't either. But I wouldn't do it because...
I probably would say Chi-Town.
I wouldn't do it because I know that New Yorkers don't actually use the Big Apple. Had I not lived in New York, let's say I lived in Iowa, and I moved to Chicago, there's a good chance I'd be like, moving to the Windy City, folks. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, when I see that, I'm like, no, stop saying Big Apple, Please don't ever say it again.
Oh, yeah, Dallas is the dick down city. That's
I
right.
think for New York, I would say like the city that never sleeps, although,
I slept a lot.
yeah, everything,
Never lived in New York, though.
everything in New York closes early now, so it's funny.
It still is open later than like every other city.
I think everything's done at like 1 now.
Let's see.
Hotland, I'd probably say.
Oh, yeah, Hotline is a good one. I don't know if that's used in like newspapers and stuff, though.
Yeah, like if I'm reading a news article here about New York, it's like people in the Big Apple.
Where did the Big
Jeez.
Apple thing come from? That's a great question.
I used to know this answer.
I did too.
I don't have my phone.
I do know where the Windy City thing came from, and it has nothing to do with the city's wind.
No.
The Windy City, when right before Chicago got the World's Fair at the end of the 1800s, it was Chicago and New York who were both vying for the World's Fair, because obviously when you get that, you get a huge boost to your economy. So Chicago and New York are going back and forth trying to get the World's Fair. Now at the time, New York was New York. It was the epicenter
Of everything.
of the American economy, which it still basically is. Chicago was more of an up and coming city. And because their newspaper writers were both, putting out articles talking about how great their cities were, a New York writer called Chicago the Windy City because it was filled with hot air. Because they were like lying basically about how great Chicago was to get the World's Fair. So that's where it came from. There you go. So it has nothing to do with the
Kind of
actual
like
win.
the NJ.com guy who's writing articles about South Carolina.
Can we go through another one of those today?
Yeah, I have to go get my phone if that's the case.
Thank you. Oh, I didn't even look at the hype train.
A lot of things started happening.
Jen just gifted 3 more Tier 1 subs along with Lisa. So thank you guys very much. I think that's 5 for each of them today. I think single-handedly trying to get us through hype train level 5. So thank you.
Guys. Helgene said, my husband PCS'd to Kuwait in 2017. It's not easy. What does PCS mean?
I have no
I'm
idea.
assuming it's only military. Based on context clues. Peace out.
PC, PSC first off. Oh, no, PCS.
PCS. Peaced.
I don't know. What does that mean? Dana on Long Island, thank you very much for the 100 bits.
Permanent change of duty station.
So like he lives there forever now?
What?
Also,
Well-
shouldn't there be a D in there for duty?
No, she said PCS'd.
Yeah, but PCS, the way she used it was like an adjective.
Oh, permanent change of station, maybe. But just from Minnesota, then where's...
1 to 3 years at a time.
Because I only saw Helgene saying it's not easy to just. So Kuwait.
My mom used to work for the Kuwaiti embassy here at the UN. She was their secretary. She used to have to go from New Jersey to the United Nations every single day on the bus.
Crazy Dream Girl said, the Big Apple symbolizes the biggest and best you can achieve. Any opportunity you want is there. But
I mean, it's true.
why an apple?
I don't know. Why are we drinking apple juice? It's Big Apple. It's the Big Apple industry.
Maybe we should go visit Jess's husband in the Honduras and Helgene's husband in Kuwait. Could do
I
this
don't
trip.
think he's still in Kuwait, though.
No, we can't go there then.
I would like to go to Kuwait.
What? Sonali said the nickname the Big Apple originated in the 1920s in reference to the prizes, or Big Apples, rewarded at the many racing courses in and around New York City.
Learn something new every day. Again, the Apple industry. Got their grubby hands everywhere. Explain the shot that we're taking today.
Oh, we're taking it out.
Well, in a little bit, hopefully we'll get through hype. We have 90 seconds to get through level 4.
Oh.
And then that'll reset another 5 minutes to get through hype train level 5.
It's an apple pie shooter, and it's got cinnamon whiskey, apple cider, and lemon.
Lemon?
Lemon. Oh, I like that you guys are being friends.
Why are you whispering? Who are you talking to?
Helgene and Jess from Minnesota.
There we go. That's how
I
this
didn't want
works.
to interrupt the show, so I whispered.
You interrupted it anyway. Oh man, we have to go on a panel and talk about how we do Twitch. And this is what Carla Marie is doing. Whoa. John and KC, thank you very much for the 1,000 bits.
Wait, why did I hear it though?
So we have sound alerts for certain things. Remember when we started with this new system, there were sound alerts for like everything? So we got rid of that. And if you do anything above 1,000 bits, we will still get a very small sound alert.
Whoa, John. So that's Kansas City.
So if you want to hear it yourself, 1,000 bits.
It's like me. I turn up the sound before I empty my trash.
Oh, I always do that. Yeah.
Except they changed the sound effect and it's like different now.
Really? It's still the same on Windows, thankfully.
Not my trash.
Jess from Minnesota, thank you very much for the 200 bits.
John, what would Kansas City be if I was like going to move to Kansas City and I was going to be a super dumb tourist and say,
oh, what kind of city?
yeah, like
the beef city? I don't know.
No, I'm asking John. I love that he spells his name like my cat.
The burnt ends city?
What does that mean?
Burnt ends? Oh my God, they're so good.
Kansas City is a city of fountains. Supposedly they have more fountains than any other city than any other city other than Rome.
So that's actually why when you watch baseball games at Kauffman Stadium, they have fountains in the outfield because it's the city of fountains. Which I got to watch the home run derby there in Kansas City.
That's cool.
That was a cool experience. I think every sports fan, even if you don't love baseball, the home run derby is a cool place to go because it's just the thing everyone wants to see. It's guys getting out there, the best home run hitters in the world, just jacking up home runs. Energy is awesome.
Yeah, the fountain city is interesting.
Well, what's Cincinnati is what, the Queen City? Like, I don't know where that comes from, but I'm pretty sure it's the Queen City. I'm sure there's someone in Ohio that can tell me.
Our friend is there right now on a work trip, and she's having the worst trip of her life.
Who?
Colleen.
Why is she in Cincinnati? Oh, I did see her at a Reds game.
Yeah, 5-hour flight delay.
Oh.
Then she got there in the hotel, super late, and the hotel was like, by the way, we're turning off our water at 9 a.m. tomorrow for routine maintenance.
The hotel?
Yeah.
Oh, that stinks.
And she had a workout planned in the morning.
Z from NYC, thank you very much for the gifted sub. Appreciate that very much. And Tacoma Swifty said the 2023 All-Star Game and Home Run Derby will be here in Seattle, and that is correct. Yeah, not this year, next year.
We got to talk to our friends at T-Mobes and the Mariners.
Yeah, we got both.
We're going to host it.
Oh, Charlotte is the Queen City. Thank you very much.
No.
Did you know there are also what?
Sorry. I know that someone asked for advice earlier, and I missed it, but continue.
Oh. Audrey, thank you very much for the 400 bits. Appreciate that.
Okay.
Yes.
We could totally host a home run derby, like not on TV, in the stadium.
Why would we need to, though? Actually, I think whoever hosts on TV is actually hosting in the stadium at the home run derby, specifically. I think they just have it piped through.
That seems weird.
The stadium.
I don't think they can do that.
They are. We got 1 minute and 50 seconds to get through the last 50% of Hype Train level 5.
I think they need someone from Seattle to throw out the first pitch at the home run derby.
Edgar Martinez, Ken Griffey Jr., Macklemore. I think they got their guys. Sue Bird.
Oh, no. I could be the person that they don't actually pitch it, right? They just put it in a machine?
No, they throw it.
Who does?
Every batter in the home run derby gets to choose who pitches for them.
Well, maybe they want
like Robinson Cano, when he won, his dad was his pitcher.
That's cute. But maybe they'd be like what is the basketball one where they do the cool tricks?
The slam dunk contest?
Is that what it's called?
If that's what you're talking about, it is what it's called, yes.
Well, maybe they want to prove in the home run derby that they can hit home runs off of anybody, and they'll let me pitch to them.
I don't think they're going to. So oftentimes, batters will pick the catcher on their team to be their pitcher. And the reason is catchers usually have very straight throws, like line drive throws, whereas pitchers are used to putting like spin
silly.
and heat.
No, you shouldn't get to pick. That is such a huge variable. Everybody should have to have the same person throwing at them.
No, I disagree. Yeah. Because you need when you're only trying to hit home runs. Oh, we're at 97%.
But
Let's see.
Things are flying everywhere.
That happens all the time.
I never saw that.
Oh, we made it. Hype Train, 100%.
Diana, Becky from Miami, Jess, and John.
Thank you very, very much, everybody, for pushing us over the edge. And Lisa, I know, gifted an additional sub.
You guys, that
All
was...
right. So real quick, before we get into the advice, Carla Marie, I won't move the mouse. Let's do the shot. Get that out of the way.
So this is an apple pie shooter, cinnamon whiskey, apple cider, and lemon. And if you go to Seattle Cocktail Club's website, you can get this recipe.
And all you got to do in the chat is type in exclamation point. I hate that word. And the word cocktail.
Again, I am going to write a letter to the MLB to let them know that I think their home run derby is a scam. Because imagine I can be like, you know what? I'm just going to pick who is going to read me the questions to my test today.
Not the same. Not the same.
That's a cat hair.
Because as a batter, like certain batters.
Can you shake it today?
I can shake it.
My neck really hurts.
Your neck, your back. So as a batter, certain people like
Shake
pitches.
it on the screen. What?
Certain people like pitches in very specific places.
It doesn't matter where you like it.
Yes, it does.
We want to see who is the best.
No, we want to see people hit home runs.
No.
The only thing people should... No one actually cares who wins the home run derby. And it doesn't have to be fair. If you told me every single person in the home run derby was on steroids and they were juicing the balls, I still wouldn't care.
Hashtag whatever. Exclamation point cocktail is not working.
What?
Yeah, I noticed that yesterday, actually. I didn't see it in there.
Oh, right there. Seattle Cocktail Club.
Oh.
It worked. It might not... So if someone did it right before you, you might only see one link. All right, there we go.
Well, then I would like to go to an official home run derby where it's true and fair.
That's a baseball game. That's what you're saying is a regular baseball game. One pitcher, and you have to see if you can hit a home run or not. That's a regular baseball game. So go to any of the 162 games any
it's
team
different
has.
Because that's two different people pitching. I don't know if you've been to a baseball game, but this game would be the same person pitching to every person.
So you're saying that the home team should have a pitcher for each team?
Well, just for this,
because I feel like that wouldn't be fair.
Just for this special game.
Or so you're saying they bring in a pitcher that plays for neither team?
Yeah, like a neutral guy. Like it doesn't. You don't need to show up with your own pitcher. This is not BYOP. This is we have pitchers here, and we're gonna see what team is the best off of hitting.
When do they pick the next commissioner for baseball?
I don't know. I'm gonna be the first woman commissioner in baseball, and then I'm gonna change the whole thing.
All right.
No, I want this to be a special game. I don't want to change
They won't even
baseball.
put a woman on the field in a baseball game. You think they're going to...
did.
No, she's not playing. She's a coach.
Oh. Yeah, well...
You got a long way to go before they're giving you the keys to the castle. You know what I mean?
No, I don't want to change baseball. Just one game.
Cheers. Thank you to everyone. What?
Where's my words?
Thank you to everyone who supported the stream this morning.
Cold.
It does get very cold. Cheers, Carla Marie, and cheers to Seattle Cocktail Club for the cocktail.
Apple pie.
She got them apple bottom. Good? Can we call this the apple bottom shot?
Mm-hmm.
Apple bottom shots. Boots with the fur.
Mm-mm.
She has Major League Baseball staring at her. She don't know the rules. She's a fool.
Are you now singing?
Carla Marie
La
got
Vida
low,
Loca?
low.
Okay.
You good?
I'm here.
All right, back up to...
Before we get to the list, Tori
Yes.
Grace's best messaged about 47 minutes ago. He said, I need advice, guys. If I should transfer stores and take a huge pay cut when I move, but have a job or just quit. I've been with the company for 10 years and finally feel valued. Stay with something I know or start completely over in a new place with a new job. Someone help. Okay.
So,
Well, I have questions first. Can
ask your
you
questions. Let's scroll down so we can answer
transfer,
them.
take the pay cut until you find something else and just piece the F out?
That would similarly be my suggestion is no one's saying that if you take this pay cut, take the job and stay with the company that you know and seem to appreciate at the moment, because that's a good thing. If you appreciate and you're validated where you work, then yeah, stick around for a while. See if things can get better. Maybe there's a promotion that becomes available in the new place. But no one says just because they transfer to you, you have to stay there forever. I would give them a few months at least.
Yeah, but
6 months to a year, I think, is appropriate for any sort of decision like that.
why are we getting a pay cut, though? If you've been with the company for 10 years. Are you moving to a place where...
Maybe the cost of living is cheaper and they adjust. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say just to have the... like, if you want to avoid the shock of moving to a city and starting a new job, stay with the company you know for a bit. Get your lay of the land.
Yeah.
And go.
And it also depends on your situation financially. If you can afford to not have a job for a little bit, or maybe the person you're moving with has different positions, which is why you'd make less than the new job. Depends. If the person you're moving with has a job that can support you guys for a little bit, then you're obviously a little more free to do that. But I don't think there's any harm in... It might actually be nice. This is going to sound weird. Even though you'll be making less money, it might be nice to, get demoted, but like an optional demotion, choose for that. Because I would imagine that if it's a different position with less pay, there are less responsibilities. And let's say it's retail, for example, right? If you were a manager in a retail place, you've got a lot of responsibilities. You got to worry about the schedule and people showing up on time. If you go back to being a sales associate, all you got to do is show up, make your sales, and go the F home. Maybe inventory one day. So,
health insurance is important, but
health insurance is very important as well. So it might be nice to actually, even though you'll be making less money, to have some fewer responsibilities.
Oh my goodness. Madison said we need an advice hour because I'm in a similar situation. I have to make a life-changing job decision in a few days.
Let's hear it, Madison.
I'm still over here trying to reconstruct baseball. I saw someone say I don't know anything about baseball. Not true. I know everything about baseball. That's why I would like to add this one special game per year.
So you want like a neutral pitcher?
For one game to see who is the best.
I guess if you took all the pitchers, right? Take all the pitchers off of their teams. But now what happens with like relief pitchers? Huh? So you have your starting pitcher.
It's one game. One game.
Okay.
And one pitcher. Or we just use the stupid machine thing like when you go to a batting cage. Basically, I want live batting cages.
All right. Pivoting back over now to Tori Grace's advice. She said, it's in retail. I'm worried about being used. Now, this goes back to what I said about you can quit whenever you want, right? If you were going to quit before you moved, there's no reason that you can't quit after you move.
Right.
With a position that based on its pay, the company is essentially telling you it's not as important as the other position, right?
I'm assuming there's no contract here.
So, and even if there is, you can always quit. Especially in the retail world. You can always quit.
But what if the non-compete is you can't work anywhere else in retail?
That's illegal. So, you can't do that.
Coconut Love, that was you.
What?
That was who said, I didn't know anything about baseball.
Uh-oh. So, I would say if it's about health insurance and making a couple extra bucks, take the demotion, go, and it's, again, it sounds weird when we're saying demotion if someone just jumped in. Move to the new city, get the job with the company that's, less of a position. And if you hate it, if they are taking advantage of you schedule-wise or anything like that, just quit. Because then you have every reason to quit. But if you feel validated there now and you know the routine and it'll help you make an easier transition to your new city, then take the job, see how it is, and you can always quit.
We should have got her on the horn.
I still have to figure out why Google Voice and Google Meet aren't working properly on this computer.
Oh, my.
So we got to do that. I could also do it through my phone if I really wanted to, but I'll make it a point for the next week to have that all figured out.
Like I said, 1.8 jobs per person, so we can all find a job.
That's true. And you never know. You might move. Can you tell us the city that you're moving to? Because you might move there and realize they've got jobs that are similar with way better benefits packages, pay, all that stuff.
Giacomedia? Is your first name Gia or is your whole last name Giacomedia? It must be that time because I also have to make a huge job decision in a few days that involves a move as well. Okay, so Tori, feel free to keep saying more things about your situation. We're going to read Madison's now.
Okay.
Madison said, so I moved to a different city to be close to family and I'm making a good amount of money. The day I moved and signed my lease, I got the job to be a flight attendant. I love being where I am, but just work retail and don't love it. I would not make much money in my first year of flight attendant. Man, that is a job opportunity that I think if anyone ever gets, you say, go for it.
So it's different. This example that I'm going to give you is different because the person we're talking about went to pilot school. But one of our old bosses and very good friends was in a very similar situation. He was let go when if you know our story in Seattle, originally we were on a station called Power 93.3. When they turned to that station, when they turned the power off, if you will, we were, I think, the only people who didn't get fired outright.
How did we not use that?
No, we did at some point. I promise you we did. So everyone else on that team got let go, right? The on-air hosts, the programmers, and everyone got let go. While he was unemployed, he applied for pilot school.
Yep.
So he was waiting to hear back for this program and kept waiting and kept waiting. In that time that he was waiting to hear back from pilot school, they offered him another job in radio in Seattle. So he took the job, but then very quickly found out that he was accepted into pilot school. So he had a similar decision to make where he was back in an industry that he knew. And he knew the ups and downs, obviously, of it because he had just been let go. So he knew the ugly side of the business as well. And he decided to say, you know what? I've always wanted to be a pilot. I've done the radio thing, and I've succeeded there. And I've been, at the top of the game. I don't need to keep doing that. I checked that off my list, and he went to pilot school. And by the end of the year, I believe he will be flying for Horizon and on the Alaska team because Alaska outright owns Horizon.
Yeah. So
he's the only example I can think of that's similar to your situation. Who was that? Or was it Madison?
I don't know. I think being a flight attendant is something that not everyone gets to or can do, obviously, in their lives, right? Like almost all of us have either worked in a restaurant or in retail at some point of our lives. Being a flight attendant is one of the coolest things you can do because you get to see the world in some cases. And even if you do it for a year, I know you don't make that much money at first, but even if you do it just for the experience and the stories, especially now that people are hopefully calming down.
Hopefully.
Yeah. By the time you're done with school and training, whatever, fingers crossed, people are normal again. I don't know. I think it's just a really cool experience. I have a best friend who wanted to do it, didn't do it. She also wanted to work on a cruise ship, didn't do it. And
who is this?
Alex.
Oh, okay.
She would have made the best freaking flight attendant.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think go for it.
Yeah, and
if
I
I'd
think
have my cats, I would do it.
there are two things. Now, if you have a great position in retail or great position in hospitality, this does not apply to you. But generally speaking, I feel like you can always take a chance and go back to retail or hospitality.
Yeah.
Right? Restaurants, hotels, stuff like that. You can always take a chance. You can start your own business. You can go out on your own. You can go be a flight attendant. You can go be a teacher, whatever. Those jobs, for the most part, are always going to be there in some capacity. And if you have experience, you'll move to the front of the line in terms of hiring, as opposed to people who are trying for that same job that don't have any experience. So I would say since retail is where you're at now, and you can most likely go back, give it a shot if that's always something you wanted to do.
Yeah, being a flight attendant is pretty dope. You don't have to worry about flying the plane. You have to worry about the worst part, the people.
Yeah, people still forgot how to act, which is something here. Give me this for a second, Carla Marie. Something we do have to talk about on the main scene here.
Fred said, I'll probably be a flight attendant for a bit when I retire from the post office. Scotty said, I would love to be a flight attendant. And it's also something like you said, you can go back to doing hospitality or whatever. Yeah. If I saw someone with flight attendant experience and I was hiring, I'd be like, get him in here. Because don't you need to know CPR, like all those things?
I mean, it's a little bit of everything. It's customer service. It's safety. It's
serving.
Yeah, actual service. Yeah, there's a bit of everything there.
What? Jordan Puyallup. I want to give a shout out to one of my best friends who is moving to Dallas and is officially a pilot for American. She is such a badass. I'm telling you right now. If I get a female pilot, I'm going to scream. They're going to think I'm screaming in a bad way. They're going to kick me off the plane, but I'm going to be so excited. I will
Well, just don't scream.
I will cry. I have never, in the bajillion flights I have taken in my life, had a female pilot.
Have you had a female co-pilot?
I never heard one.
No? I've definitely had one of those. Yeah.
I don't think Court is in here right now because she upended her life and moved to Tennessee. But she's told me because she worked at a flying school. and how they would do programs to bring in elementary school girls, brownies, Girl Scouts, all that,
And just put them in a plane.
to try to show them that aviation is for women too, because there is a lack of female pilots. Oh my God, I will, if I have a
I bet you have had a female pilot.
I
You
will
just
take
didn't
a
even
photo
notice.
with her. I will cry. I feel like she's going to be like, ma'am.
Carla Marie's going to storm the cockpit.
Okay, let's not say that.
So, one of the things I wanted to talk about, is it first on the list? It is not first on the list. We did hit Hype Train level 5 for our 22nd day in a row. Spammers be spamming. I'm going to go through this quickly. I woke up this morning to an email from Spotify. Now, keep in mind, we post our podcast to all the platforms, including Spotify. And Spotify is probably, along with Apple Podcasts, the biggest podcast platform, like in terms of listening for us. So right away, I was like, oh no, if there's an issue with Spotify, we got to handle this immediately. But then I realized it was to not our Carla Marie and Anthony company email. It was to my personal email. I was like, that's weird. I don't post anything to Spotify.
You're not like posting music.
Yeah. So I was like, right away, there was the first red flag. And then I went on to read the email, and it says takedown notification. It's like, well, I didn't put anything up to be taken down. Hello, we have found the following content to be in violation of our content policies, and we have removed it. Please see our Spotify terms and our Spotify terms and conditions of use for more information. And then there's a link, Spotify playlist, blah blah blah. Regards, Spotify. It's like, I don't know. I think this is spam, so I'm not clicking it.
They literally signed it Spotify. They wouldn't sign it just Spotify.
Regards, Spotify. So then I looked at it, and even though it does come from @spotify.com, it's report. It says policy report notification, and it starts with dash notification Spotify. So I don't think it's real.
No, it's not.
Right? I haven't posted anything. And even if it has to do with a playlist.
View security details.
View security details. Mailed by.
There you go.
And it says signed by Spotify.com.
No, but it's mailed by
V3S 56XB.
I don't know. Maybe you are doing shady things on Spotify.
No, because it's .eu40. Yeah, this makes no sense.
I don't know no one who works there. Yeah, regards, Spotify.
Delete. See you later.
Best wishes.
Spammers be spamming, and they ain't catching me sleeping.
No.
Unless I'm sleeping, and then I just won't answer the email. But, yeah. Be on the lookout. Norton antivirus, get a lot of those.
What is going on?
Like we're re-upping
lately?
your subscription, blah, blah, blah. Check who the email is coming from. This goes out mainly to my dad and anyone else who just opens things without checking. Actually, I got to give my dad credit. He doesn't open spam files because he just doesn't open things unless someone texts him and says, I sent you an email.
Yeah.
Then he'll check it. But do not just click links no matter who it comes from. OfferUp, Spotify, Norton Antivirus.
I think we're just going to block the words Norton Antivirus because I have no reason to get a real email from them. I keep been getting a lot of them lately to my Gmail that are like your whatever, and it'll put like
Oh, I deleted it. I can't check who it's
a number in the subject that like makes it look like a confirmation number.
Yes.
But you know when it started, which is odd, when I got the claim number for my accident. So it's almost like they see that I have this in my email and they're like mirroring it.
They might.
That's crazy.
And
Oh, thanks for your purchase, Philadelphia. That is all the time. I'm
Oh,
like, what did
yeah.
I buy?
Yep.
Nothing.
Yep. Yeah, because it's like, oh, what did I mistakenly buy on Amazon or what did I drunkenly buy? Yeah. Just read your emails carefully. Now, if they come from @CarlaMarieAnthony.com, hello @CarlaMarieAnthony.com, they're usually safe, but still check it. Make sure it's actually us. And we didn't get hacked and someone's trying to steal our info and our connection with you. But yeah, I've been getting a lot of spam emails. And what I've been doing, and this obviously as a company that sends out emails, I understand you want a subscription base. You don't want people to unsubscribe. But there are so many companies that I've bought like one thing from, and they'll keep emailing you every single month. Like, hey, bet you didn't know we have this sale. And it's like, hey, I don't care. Leave me alone. I'm trying to save my money.
Who emails me every day? Oh.
Apple's the worst. Well, not even Apple. Beats. So
I
Beats
don't
by
get it.
Dre, I have been trying to unsubscribe from their emails for like 3 years. It's insane. I actually one time was at Hertz.
Didn't you email them and you were
So
like,
they kept emailing me. I'm telling you, like 2 emails a day about discounts on Hertz. And I was like, what the hell is going on? So I kept hitting unsubscribe, unsubscribe, unsubscribe. I even responded at one point and said, I am trying to unsubscribe from this email. Please take me off of your list. I do not rent cars this often. And eventually I tweeted it. And someone from Hertz reached out from their Florida office. Now, keep in mind, Elvis's show was on in a bunch of places in Florida. So Elvis has a huge base there. And I was going back and forth. They're like, hey, so sorry about this. Like, I'm going to reach out to our digital team and see why this is happening. P.S. Love your show. And I listen all the time on the iHeartRadio app. And I was like, thank God. I wasn't an a-hole.
It was a real problem.
Yeah.
D in Palm Beach, spam calls too. I answer and let my 2-year-old talk to them.
So now I just use, and you guys probably have this on iPhones, but there's like the what's it called? Screen call button.
Yeah, but when you have dead people calling you all the time, literally now, I know we talked about this like 2 weeks ago. Every other day I get a call from a person and it's coming up as a real name. So it's not saying spam anymore. I don't know what is happening, but.
Well, mine will still say spam likely, even if it's a name.
No. It might. But my dad answers spam calls and I told him he needs to stop. And he's like, he'll make up like a fake language and pretend that he doesn't speak any real language. But you're not like, you have to be careful if you say the word yes.
Why?
You're not like, if you're ever on a spam call and you say the word yes, or they get you to say your name or anything, it's like a phone tap where they
really?
play it back. But no, they can use it for different things.
My brother used to work for a company where he had to make cold calls. So, he was basically not spamming people, but cold calling people. And there were people on his team who, if you were super rude to them, they would make sure they called you back the next day. Because they're like, you could have been very nice and said no thank you and hung up. Because these aren't robots. These were real people who were calling with a service usually.
Yeah, but if I say take me off your list, don't you?
So allegedly there's really no list. It like doesn't actually exist or no one uses it. But his whole thing, or not my brother's, but his coworker's whole thing was like, you can still treat me like a human. And if you don't, I'm just going to call you every day for the rest of the week.
Created by Cooper. I've seen this channel. There's a guy here on Twitch who screws with spam callers. If you know the channel name, put it in here. I've watched it a bit. It's pretty funny.
Does he have to wait on the stream until someone calls him?
I forget what he does.
But I know that was a big thing on YouTube for a while. Kidaboo?
Kidaboo or Kitboga, you both said two different things.
The other thing I was thinking about last night, because I restarted a Pokemon game last night on my Game Boy. I started Pokemon Emerald. What? Why are you looking at me like that? What?
Everything just clicked in my head.
What?
So you are okay. So last night I go to bed. Anthony goes to come to bed, gets something out of the nightstand, and leaves. I go, and
I was looking for it for like 30 minutes.
And yes, I did hear all this moving around. And then I go, first of all, it's like midnight at this point. I go, where are you going? You said I have to go downstairs for something.
Yeah.
And for an hour, he's gone. Comes upstairs, and I was like, what were you doing? And you said reading.
I was reading the screen on the Pokemon game. I was reading. There's a lot of text. Have you ever played Pokemon? It's basically reading the whole time.
What happened at midnight that you were like, I need the Pokemon that I haven't used in months?
I think someone that I follow on Instagram, they went to a store here in U Village, not Pink Gorilla Games, another one, Big Al's Music and Games or something, which sounds fake.
Yeah, in U Village.
Yeah. They had a really great condition Pokemon Advance, and I'm sorry, a Game Boy Advance, but it was the gold Pokemon edition, so it was like gold with Pikachu on it. I was like, you know what? I need to play Pokemon again, and I was playing Sapphire, but I put it down for months, so like I don't even know where I am in the game, so I decided to start Emerald, because what I have is a cartridge that has like all of the games on it. It's a fake, basically. And I'd never played Emerald before, so I started as Emerald. And I also didn't like the Pokemon I picked for my Sapphire journey. I'm a fire Pokemon guy. So I started again, picked the fire Pokemon. And that's that.
I can't.
I have two versions of Yellow, Pokemon Yellow, which is the one where Pikachu follows you around.
Why don't you sell it?
Because they're technically my brothers. He sent them to me. But what I wanted to say was there's this new console that's out by Analog. And no, not Charmander. Charmander would have been in Generation 1 games. That's one of it's Squirtle, Charmander, and who's the leaf Pokemon?
Is this the
Bulbasaur.
only game on all of the... You have like 5 of these things? The only game is Pokemon.
This is the only one I play Pokemon and Tetris, basically. Tetris is a good, like, I'm just going to zone out for 15, 20 minutes and just play this game. But there's a new console by Analog, and it's basically like a souped-up Game Boy. It'll play all the Game Boy cartridges from any version of Game Boy right away. And you can have different little converters for, like, Game Gear or Neo Geo. But you can also connect it to HDMI, and then I can play it through here and actually play like Pokemon and save it and everything on Twitch. And I think I want to do like a Pokemon night.
Do it.
Once a week and just play. But the problem is I would play it so often I'd probably have to do it every day. And that console, the Analog console that I'm talking about, it's like $250. Analog, Game Boy, let's see. And so many sold that right now they're like, even if you buy it today, it won't ship for until the end of the year or something.
What?
Add to cart.
Anthony's going to accidentally buy a freaking Game Boy.
$219. Here, I'll put it on the screen. Give me a second.
Anthony, did you know you can download a ROM emulator on your phone and play any game on your phone for free?
I did know that. I haven't like jumped into the ROMs yet, but I might.
Okay, well, this conversation needs to end soon.
Why?
I'm dying.
And I'm sure I could download a ROM for my computer and play Pokemon right here and just stream it.
Going back to the...
Well, I wanted to put the thing on the screen.
Oh, sorry. The scammer calls. So, Milwaukee Time just said scammer payback. That's the guy I've watched.
That's a YouTube channel, right?
Apparently, he moved off Twitch and strictly to YouTube now.
Okay.
Damn, do we need to make the jump?
Make the switch.
I was going to say, and then we can give away a skydiving.
Oh, God, where's it going?
Oh, my God. Sonali said, do you guys ever listen to your old My Day Friday? We have sometimes. We'll randomly, like, once or twice we've done this after someone says something specific. She said, because the one I just listened to is from 2017, and CM said, I feel terrible for any woman that comes into your life and has to deal with you.
Still holds true.
It does. I feel terrible for myself.
Okay, so here is the thing I was talking about. So it looks exactly like
nice,
a Game Boy.
But it looks nice.
Yeah. And it comes with like a dock so that you can like dock it and then use a controller or charge it or whatever. It's USB. It's pretty cool. So that's something I think I might get before the end of the year. You know, if I'm good. Okay. Santa will be nice to me at the end of the year. All right. Back to the list, though, because we got to run through some of these things. It's already 8:55. I feel like we've been having such a phenomenal time.
Shout out to Jake, who just entered the room with Martha. Her son.
Oh, I thought we were talking about baby Jake. Well, I guess this is Martha's baby Jake, so that makes sense. All right. Next. I don't know if you saw this clip. The quick question, and we could spend a lot of time on this. We won't. Should Chris Paul fight a fan?
What?
Should Chris Paul have fought in a fan? Whatever, however you want it. So Chris Paul.
Is that a Logan?
No, not a Logan brother. Although, I would love to see this fight in like the undercard of a Logan Paul fight. So Chris Paul plays currently for the
Suns.
For the Suns. All right. He is known as the point guard, one of the best point guards of all time.
This is basketball.
And this is basketball. Phoenix Suns. And on Sunday night, so keep in mind, this is Mother's Day. He was playing, I think, who are they playing right now? Minnesota? No. Who the hell are the Suns playing? Someone tell me in the chat. The Mavs. That's who it was. And so they were playing in Dallas. Okay. Now, I saw someone already say not worth the fight, but his family was in the crowd, his wife and his mom. And I guess there was a really drunk fan who kept tapping his mom on the shoulder.
Done. Right there. Punch in the face.
And saying, like, Happy Mother's Day, but in like a condescending way. But then once he was done saying that, he would be yelling derogatory things, as fans do, about the Suns.
Not just. Okay.
Yeah, he was just yelling about the Suns, blah, 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 and about Chris Paul, who he knew was her son.
Right.
So he's clearly being an a-hole, and now he's tapping her too. So he's making physical contact. I know it's not like the worst thing in the world,
right?
But over time, and it's disrespectful as well.
And it's a mom, so it's your mom, so it's automatically a felony.
And I guess everyone around him knew that the guy was really drunk. So his wife went to the security and the bartenders in the area. It was like, hey, this guy is basically blackout. Please don't serve him. And when that happened, it escalated. Mm-hmm. And it got into like a screaming match. There haven't been videos, but allegedly he made more physical contact with Chris Paul's family.
Well, this Made by Erica says they hit his mom.
So I've seen other reports, but yesterday I was watching Inside the NBA, and Kenny Smith said he was actually on the phone with Chris Paul's mom, and all she said on the phone was multiple taps, just tapping and tapping and tapping and tapping throughout the game. So eventually Chris Paul sees what's going on, and there's a clip of Chris Paul basically being held back, like
Put it on.
Yelling over security, and he says, "I'll see you later."
Put it on.
As the kid is being walked out. Here, Chris Paul.
I'll tell you right now, if anyone ever does this to my mom, I will go to jail. Right to jail. Like if we were doing a live event and someone got drunk, I don't care who you are, and you were tapping my mom trying to be funny, I would beat your ass.
So that's the thing. And obviously, as a professional, and Chris Paul's been in the league for almost 20 years, you know you're not supposed to go into the crowd, right? You're not supposed to engage in fans. But at what point do you say, F it, I'm crossing the line?
Well, Fred says, if I'm fighting anyone, I'm fighting the venue. That's a huge failure on their part.
It is.
So true. And then Anthony from Philly said, totally worth the fight. The worst invention in the NBA is courtside tickets. Let's put players with adrenaline, with drunk fans on top of the court.
So I'm trying to find...
Although I would like courtside tickets. It's right there. Chris Paul confronts. Isn't that it?
No, that's what I searched.
No, right there, the top thing.
Yeah, I clicked on that already. And it didn't bring up the link. Oh, here. Is this? Hold on.
I got served a random article the other day that had a video where there was supposed to be a video and I couldn't find it. And at the end, you know how you can always read comments on articles? Someone was like, I really wish I could find the actual video in these articles. And I was like, amen.
There are so many websites that it's just clickbait, basically. Let me move this over.
Seal Crux just said, RIP headphone users.
Yeah, sorry about that. I will make sure it's lower.
Ooh, Jess from Minnesota said they had to hold back Doncic. I don't know that name. At the last game in
Luka?
Phoenix.
Doncic?
Oh, he had been getting heckled by fans. A lot of players giving fans the middle finger lately. Yeah, and now people are going to try to do it on purpose. So they can be like, Steve Curry.
Yeah.
Steph Curry.
Steve Curry.
I was thinking Steve Curry.
All right. So I'll play this. I'm going to make sure. Hold on. How do I make sure it's not super loud? There we go. Hopefully. So you'll see.
No.
Oh.
That's why I just told you.
What'd you say?
You didn't put it on this. You didn't transition it. We've just been watching it by ourselves.
Oh, hold on.
This guy.
There we go. So this is the moment. Do you think that guy...
Who's the woman walking him out?
I think it's his mom.
If
you've got to be walked out by your mom, you've got no business talking crap to anybody.
And if you're a mom and you're letting your son do that, no.
Also true. Now, I don't know if it's the guy's mom, but it looked like he was. And
he did look like a small child.
He did look young, but he was drunk, so he was drinking. And I believe if they had to tell the bartenders or the servers there to not serve him, he must have been 21.
Or not. He could have.
But
Just
if they were serving him already
They
and
don't
he
know.
looked that young,
he could have just been wasted. He could have got there wasted.
that's Dallas.
Oh, I thought they're in Arizona. Anyway, how
No,
do
if they
I-
were in Arizona, that wouldn't have happened because that's the home
Oh, right.
team.
What is there? This guy, like, can we see his name?
I don't-
Fred. The kid is definitely named Kyle, and his mom is for sure Karen.
But I could not imagine if someone not only started a fight with my mom on Mother's Day, no less, and then my wife got involved. Like I would have been through that security and in that fan's face immediately. And maybe I just don't have the restraint that a professional athlete needs to have. But man, people forgot how to act. Like that's the craziest part. I am all for crap talking and being in the game. You can boo, you can do all of those things. Couple things you don't do at a sports at an event. You don't boo when someone is literally injured on the floor, or you don't like cheer that
Was
moment.
someone doing that?
Right? That happens sometimes.
Oh, I thought that was
No. And you can direct your anger towards players.
Mhm.
It's part of the game. People pay tickets to go cheer for their team and cheer against the other team. You don't mess with a player's family. You don't make physical contact either.
I would never.
Like the craziest thing is if Chris Paul did break through and fight that guy, he probably would have been suspended for the rest of the year. But he would have been 100% in the right. I don't think anyone would have been like, yeah, you got to let that person assault your mother. You
No.
can't do anything about it. But apparently, and I think Chris Paul and his wife complimented security because once the situation got to that point, they were very quick to respond. Now, they should have maybe done something earlier.
But did they know?
But maybe they
like,
didn't know.
If someone's just getting tapped, well, how was security going to know that?
Yeah.
But security should have an eye on them in particular. But Anthony from Philly said they need a barrier between fans and players. Football has a barrier, baseball has a barrier, every sport, but basketball has a barrier near the court.
But
I
this
don't want a
wouldn't have
huge
even
wall,
this
but-
wouldn't have even solved that because now you've got to have a barrier around the family and the friends of players.
Which, when you go to MLB, I know there's like the live section. You go to like a baseball game, there's like the live section. There's
Well, that's what this was in Dallas too, because it was behind the Phoenix bench, which normally in the playoffs, players get a certain allotment of tickets, and it's usually by their bench if they're the visiting team. If they're at home, oftentimes it's like a club seat
Right.
of some sort.
Oh.
But this was behind the bench of the Suns. That's why Chris Paul was so close and was able to see it and tell security, like, hey, there's a problem there with my family. You
Yeah.
better handle that. I can't. I wish I was in that kid's
I'm
head
trying to play that game. Oh my God.
when Chris Paul, a professional athlete,
He probably thought he was so cool.
is
That kid was not scared.
screaming. No, the way he was walking away, he thought his life was over. And I wonder if there was physical contact, if there could be a lawsuit. Because I would, as rich as Chris Paul is, I mean, the guy makes $40 million a year. He doesn't need extra money. He has a State Farm money, like Fred said in the chat. But out of pure spite, I would sue that kid for everything I
Yeah, but
possibly could.
You didn't do anything.
It's assault. Bring him, put it in a civil suit.
Oh, if Chris Paul didn't. Like, if I thought you were saying if Chris Paul hit him. I was so
No.
confused.
I'm saying Chris Paul right now, because technically there was physical contact and assault. Say that, I don't know, you could claim that the mom now never feels safe going to a game again. And that's legitimate. I don't know. I would do it. Because if I can't punch you in the face, I'm going to somehow ruin you.
Yeah.
That's the moral of the story there. Next. Should we do this? We have to, because you talked about it on
Yeah.
the podcast. I found this contraption next to Carla Marie's bed. And at first I grabbed it and I was like, this looks like an eye mask of some sort or like a head massager or something. And then I realized it was Vush, which is the company that makes vibrators. And I was like, well, now I don't know if I should be playing with this thing. So I don't know if I opened up a bag of worms here that I quickly wish I could throw away. But what is this thing, Carla Marie?
So this is the Vush Aura. And it is a TENS machine.
Oh, a TENS?
TENS.
A TENS. Like tan.
What?
A tan. Like
Sure.
from Varsity Blues?
Which has like what is that? Like not electro. I don't want to describe it wrong, but it basically sends pulses
Okay.
for when you have period cramps.
And what is that supposed to do?
It makes them go away, and I used it for the first time the other night.
Oh, so it's like an electro-stim thing that you would use in like physical therapy.
Yes. Immediately went away.
Does it hurt?
No. Well, you're going to try it out. But it's sticky, so where are we going to put this on your body?
You can put it on my arm.
Inside.
Yeah, hold on. Let me change. I'll put a tank top on. BRB.
It's not a sleep mask. And it's basically a nerve stimulator. Yeah, Martha, don't buy it yet. I'm going to have a code for it, so you'll get a discount. But I get really bad cramps, like really, really, really bad cramps. And when they were like, hey, we have this new product coming out, do you want to try it? And I said, yes, I will definitely try it. And then for some reason, I took forever to get my period this month. And then I was like, sorry, guys. Ever since COVID, I get it every 2 weeks. Now I don't know what's happening. And then, bam, I was like so excited. And I put it on and they were gone.
All right. So
there's like 50 different settings. It kind of reminds me of the labor.
Wait, it's like really sticky.
Yeah. Because you can be able to, you can wear it like throughout the day.
Okay. So let me move this.
Oh, that part.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the.
I'll go like this way. Right? Isn't that how it's supposed to?
Yeah, I won't push it too hard.
Okay. I don't feel anything.
I know. I don't know how I'm doing it yet. Tell me when you.
Oh.
I'm gonna start putting it all over my body.
It's like a this is like I feel like I may have hurt my hamstring or something when I was in college and they used a similar thing. Whoa. Okay.
I need to feel how hard this is that you're doing.
My arm is like, hold on, my arm like froze. Is it doing it?
I don't think it doesn't work unless it's actually on your skin.
I couldn't move my hand for a second. Hold on, go up.
Oh!
Oh god.
Ah! That's cool.
It's like it tenses up my hands.
Yeah, the
kinda like
adhesive will last long. You can wash it with warm water and soap. And
I
it comes
kinda
with
like
it comes with another one. Like there's two of these, and they like kind of button onto the back.
It doesn't.
That's not even the highest.
It doesn't hurt. It's just weird.
I think this is.
Are you trying to put it? Oh, okay.
It's like kind of like the Addams Family thing in an arcade.
Yes. Hold on.
What if this bicep gets so much bigger?
It's like I can't control my arm.
So yeah, women, we have to put this on our ovaries to stop cramps. Yeah, this is what we did in the studio, the labor simulator.
This is the same one? I feel like it was way stronger in the
no, it wasn't.
labor.
Ah!
Whoa.
Go closer. Anyway, this
It was like pulsating before.
definitely makes your cramps go away. Again, I'm going to have a
Oh.
code soon. So
All right. Enough. Take it off.
So as any woman
That
knows,
was weird.
You will not react like this. It will actually be relieving for you.
Ooh.
I wish we could put it on your lower stomach where your ovaries would be.
Oof. My tricep is very sore.
Can we put it on your ovaries?
I don't have ovaries.
But like where they would be. There's hair there.
Yeah,
Your
I don't.
stomach.
Yeah, I don't feel like getting that stuck. Also, when I trim my chest hair this week, we could do that.
Can you like give it a clean shave, like a bicket?
No, I can't do that. Yeah, it's not going on the testes. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, radio. I don't see why you can't put it on your lower back. I have a very stiff upper back today. I might put it there to see what happens. Because they do make these, like, you can buy them for your back, right? It's got, like, all these, like, wires and stuff, and it's a disaster. I just love how, like, I can literally throw this in my suitcase. I can wear it, and it's really low profile, so you could probably, I mean, maybe not under jeans, but you can definitely wear it under pants. I can't put it on his abs. There's hair there.
Maybe later. Whew. I feel like I just got an arm workout.
I don't think that.
Oh no, today is what's my workout today? I think today is triceps and biceps. Might have thrown me off. I gotta do it on my left arm now.
Or it helped you.
I gotta do it on my left. I gotta have the spasms on my left hand, my left arm. Oh no, today we're good. It's shoulders today.
Steel
little bit of
Crux,
tricep.
great question, Anthony. Did it hurt or did it just feel weird?
It didn't hurt. Even at the end, that was more of just like a shock because it like makes your arm kind of just do this this thing.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't painful. I would not call it painful at all. It's like it's a shock. When I electrocuted myself here,
Okay, it's not like an electric.
that was way worse.
Yeah. Yeah,
I thought my arm exploded.
it basically, I don't know, like it does something to the muscles where it like tenses
It's
your muscles
electrostim, yeah.
and then makes them release. So when you have
Is it on their
menstrual
website?
cramps, yeah, you can just look up a TENS stimulator. But Vush Aura, AURA.
Bush. That sounds aura
Yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
Bush vibrators
Tune in on Thursday for the TENS machine on Anthony's apps. Thank you so much.
shop.
When you're in,
These are a lot of things that we're not putting on the stream.
why?
Because this is accessories. Here we go. It's a family friendly show, except for all the times I say F.
Go to
Where is this thing?
try intimate care.
Intimate care?
No.
Nope. That ain't it, dog.
It's definitely up there. Hit shop all. Shop all. Shop all. We're on the website. It's just go.
I'm trying to make sure I don't miss it. All right, it's not
All
there.
right, go back to Google.
What if I search?
Maybe it's not available yet.
How do you spell it? A
AURA.
U-R-A.
Zeal Crack said we went from Pokemon to
Yeah.
the analog pocket to fight Savush's website in 15 minutes.
It's not there.
I was on it today.
Well, you know what?
It's on the home screen. Thank you, Jen. Men can't even navigate websites. We expect them to be able to do things. I do notice that, like, I am much quicker when it comes to, like, just Googling things or finding things. Stop clicking on the ad on Google. That's why. Okay, first of all, pro tip. If you're ever on looking for something, or even if it's like a site that you
On with
normally
it.
go
Let's
to,
go.
don't click the ad thing because that company has to pay for it. Just scroll down.
Yeah.
Did you type in Aura?
I did before. There we go. Now I can use both hands.
What is this? This isn't even their website.
Oh, looks like someone else doesn't know how to use the internet.
I can't see this far away. There we go. Oh, are they going to put us up here as featured on?
Okay, here. Let me put it on the screen.
Again, I will have a coat, so don't buy it yet.
Bam, there it is. So
Ooh, I
the bottom one is what I just stuck to my arm. That's the case in the middle.
Okay, are you going to explain what it says, though? I can't read that.
Oh, I can do that. Let's go back to the website real quick. Aura period pain relief device sends out good vibrations in the form of electrocurrents to help put a pause on period pain.
Damn.
What?
We spend 3,500 days on our periods?
That stinks.
What? 20 intensity levels, 6 therapy modes.
5 hours of wear time.
That's what's amazing. Yeah, Jen, I'm going to wear it on my back and let you know.
Choose between
don't have a
20 intensity levels
I
and
don't
6
have-
different therapy modes.
Sorry, I don't have the code yet because I literally used it on Friday and was like, okay, guys, I love it. I'll share it. Because anything I do with really any company, but this is obviously more intimate, I'm always like, I got to try it first a few times
Yes.
before I share it on social media. Obviously, here we're just willy-nilly over here. But
Well, I hope they're paying you well because we just gave them like a pretty good ad.
well, don't buy it yet. Use my code.
All right. Back to the screen.
Wait, I like those facts.
What?
The numbers.
Oh, the period numbers?
Yeah.
Well, I got to put it back on the screen.
Well, no, I can just read it. 3,500 days on our periods. That's 1,300 pills. So over 1,300 painkillers, which honestly, tell me if I'm the only one like this. I won't like take Advil or anything For cramps, for headaches, I do. But for cramps, I'm like, no, I need to feel it. I'm not putting any chemicals in my system to fight this. But this guy is a whole nother story.
Okay.
18 weeks. You lose 18 weeks of canceled plans and time off work to lie on the couch in pain. Mine usually get worse at night. So we spend 45 hours in front of the microwave waiting for our heat bag. Yeah, I used to use...
Oh, for those like the cushiony heat things?
Yeah, I use a heating pad, which honestly does not work.
All right. Let's see. Let's move on. Last thing. Wow, this is an hour and a half show today almost.
Dana, what?
So what's in this thing? We did that. Oh, and we got to talk about the special stream we are going to have next week. We actually have 2 special streams coming up, which Carla Marie put in the newsletter. If you did not get it, first off, if you signed up for our newsletter and did not get it, check your spam or junk or whatever, or promotional emails if you have a tab for that. If that still didn't come through, reach out to us, hello@carlamarieanthony.com, and we'll make sure we get your info, and maybe it's entered wrong or something like that. We will do our best to make sure that you get that email.
Yes. So next Wednesday is the Ready to Drink Awards. You don't need to do anything for that other than come hang out. It's Wednesday night. Come sit here with us. Watch us reveal the best canned or bottled cocktails for every specific category. So like going into the summer, this is the best thing because then you can see which drinks you want for summer.
Actually helped a lot last year because we did it last year. We had the first inaugural Ready to Drink Awards. And there were cocktails that they got like the superlative awards, right? So like best for the poolside, best poolside buddy cocktail or whatever. And I would actually look for those depending on what I was about to go do because they actually do match up with a lot of those things. And you will be able to, there will be a list of cocktails that we will be judging and announcing. There's also a title sponsor for the event, and you'll be able to drink along with us if you choose to. And if you want to try them yourself, maybe with a friend, have your own little award session at home, you'll be able to do that as well.
Yeah, all next week on the show, we're going to be drinking from On the Rocks. Just Google them. The bottles are awesome. It's not canned. It is like a bottled, pre-made cocktail. And all you need to do is pour it over ice, which I love because I don't need to worry about anything.
On the Rocks.
And we are going to be dressed up. I don't know what I'm going to wear because none of my fancy dresses. Oh, I should have taken that one out of storage.
Taking what?
My one dress out of storage because I don't need to zip it. I'm sitting here. Nothing fits right now.
I got to tell them my age. Like, this is the... I know they have to do this legally, but, like, I've been doing that since I was a kid. If I needed to go on a website for something like this.
Well,
location.
That's how you get at it.
Where the hell's Washington?
It's up. Right there.
It is. Don't remember me.
So
Submit.
that's next Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. And if you're local and you're a Seattle Cocktail Club member, there is a live viewing party of our Twitch stream. So no pressure on us.
So that's the website for On the Rocks.
Yeah.
So you can see they have these cool little bottles.
So good.
And they are the ones who are making this possible.
Look at that. So cool.
So this is what we're drinking next week. Ooh, jalapeno pineapple margarita. Which is the margarita that Carla Marie always orders at Mexican restaurants and then realizes that it's spicy because it has jalapenos in it, and then she doesn't want it.
Well, maybe this one will be a perfect amount of spice for me.
Maybe.
I'll try it. And so that's next Wednesday. It'll be just a good hangout. And then on June 1st, Drag Queen Bingo is back. We're kicking off Pride Month with Drag Queen Bingo. We do have a special thing this time. This is the second Pride Bingo, the third time we're doing Drag Queen Bingo. We did it for Halloween.
We love ourselves some bingo, and we love ourselves some drag queens.
You can actually order just the kit, just the boards. So if you already have your daubers, you already have your troll dolls, you can order just the boards. It's cheaper for you. And
it's only like $9, and all of that money will go to $10.
And then we are donating $9 from each person who buys.
That's what it is.
Or plays the game, but obviously buys into the game, to the ACLU with Seattle Cocktail Club.
All right.
So, yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Robbie and Everett said they tried the On the Rocks Old Fashioned. It's pretty good. Cool. I think that's the only thing that I've had from them so far was the Old Fashioned. I did like it very much.
But for bingo, you have to order by May 23rd so we can get the kit out to you in time.
And we'll have links in that email. We'll have links right here starting tomorrow. And we will also obviously be posting on social. You can always go to seattlecocktailclub.com. Test it out right now. If you type in exclamation point and the word cocktail, that link should come through. It'll give you the recipe list, but you should be able to navigate the website pretty easily.
Yeah, Brittany from Jersey.
We got to make sure, Brittany's in there. Let me try it,
Brittany.
actually. Exclamation point, cocktail. Oh, I'm not typing anywhere. Oh, there it is. So it does work. Perfect. Thank you very much, Karina. Appreciate you.
We were here a long time today.
Yeah, we're looking at it almost an hour and a half today. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. I know that we went above our allotted hour that we normally like to make sure we stick to, but time flies when you're having fun.
Did we do everything on the list?
We did, I believe. Let me double check to make sure. So,
and more. We did advice sessions.
We did.
I reorganized MLB.
Yeah, we got everything on the list. And of course, it was hopefully something you guys checked out when you first woke up this morning, but the Morning Show podcast is available anywhere you listen to podcasts, so check that out as well. And we will see you Thursday.
Well, the podcast will be out tomorrow morning.
Well, yeah, but we will see you, or you will see us Thursday. And today, if you have not listened yet, our friends Catalina and Rose, who have both been on the radio in Florida. Rose is currently with Your Morning Show based out of D.C. They have D.C. and Baltimore. So much fun. We got to do metal covers of really popular songs. So I loved the covers. I loved our guests. It's a great podcast. So check that out. And of course, rate and review. You got anything else, Carla Marie?
What?
Got anything left, Carla Marie?
You said got anything off.
Oh, whatever. Anything?
No. I'll have a code for you to buy your stimulator soon, and we'll talk about it on the show.
All right.